Before we paint this so decent of a size canvas that is the city of Boston, let's get familiar with what we are riding. This uke is a Gotway MSP high-speed version with a powerful 2000 watt motor, speeds upwards of 49 miles per hour, and a decent enough range of about 30 miles, cruising around 40 to 45 miles an hour on a good day with minimal elevation, practically no wind, and rider weight well below the 220s. What we have here is a portable powerhouse king. Yes, it's aged, but what does age have to do with it?
Welcome back to DRE, guys. Today, the goal is to do a speed run.
In this episode, I demonstrate the pains of truly getting to know the full breadth and potential of a uke once purchased. It is an exact science. Sadly, I have to go through this because manufacturers are just not interested in making heads-up displays with all the valuable information one would need to perform this risky task. Anyway, it's a sneak peek into how I've come to master the ins and outs of getting to the top speed without eating dirt. Or should I say, concrete. So you might ask, among so many other ukes out there, why choose this one for this task? My answer? Because it's the perfect blend between portability and performance. The size of a uke matters big time, mainly for maneuvering. And this sleeper uke will run circles around many more powerful ukes out there. We just have to know how to get it to reveal all its inner secrets.
Alright guys, we are here to test the true might of this high-speed MSP. Now what we have here is a beautiful stretch of road. The idea is to find out how fast this thing really is. Now, this high-speed MSP is a beautiful machine. Holy smokes. I've had it for a long time in my other channel. If you guys know anything about Ustride, check out Ustride on YouTube. Link in the description. But this has been a great machine. What we're dealing with here is a machine that was built out of pure love for performance, because Gotway built a wheel that was a little bit less powerful than this, and Jason from eWheels said, hey, let's build a faster wheel. The guys want it, and they did. They built a faster wheel. Here it is. Now the cool thing about this wheel is that it's an 1800 watt hour battery. Hopefully one day I can top that off to like 2200 maybe. This thing is like the Ferrari of EUCs, and I'm not just saying that. It is literally like a Ferrari 355 or 350, one of those Ferraris. This is a machine you can push any time of the day, any day of the week. So let's find out, how fast is this thing?
All right, so first things first, turn on your app, set the speed limit that you're looking for. I'm looking for at least 47. And lift it up. Make sure the alarms work. It works. And battery is at 97.4 volts. Top speed I set is 48, although I'm looking for 47. Now, with the MSP or Gotways in general, what happens is when you reach the top speed, or at least close to it, the pedal dips forward a little bit, letting you know, hey, back off. So let's try to do that. I've never experienced it with this because I've never reached the top speed, so I haven't had the need for it. But since we're pushing this thing daily, I would hate to find out otherwise. Let's do it. So how we're gonna do this? I set up my EUC World app. If you don't know what EUC World app is, check the description, or you could just go on YouTube and find out what that is, or just go to euc.world. So one thing to take into consideration, guys, when you're doing speed runs, wear something. You don't have to be fully guarded up, because that's gonna pretty much affect how you ride. It's very windy out, so be mindful of that. Number two, try to find a secluded area
Obviously, this is very secluded. So these are the two things I can think of. And wear knee pads, obviously. All right, let's do it. Go. Man, the wind is very strong in this direction. Let's turn the other way. Holy smokes. 39.2. When you need wind resistance, you gotta stop. You gotta slow down. Wind resistance is crazy. Wind resistance, terrible. Terrible. Wow, this way is better. This direction is a lot better. Holy smokes. The MSS might be, I don't know how fast the MSS is, but yeah, this way is a lot worse. This way is better. Go! .45 miles an hour. Why did, oh wait, the alarm didn't go off. It's the safety margin. What is this safety margin, man? What is that? I didn't feel a pedal dip, so I'm good. But 45 miles an hour turned red. I don't know why. So 45 miles an hour is not a problem. So that means we can push it without a single worry, but we know that already. But oh, that's why. My lowest speed alert is 45. So let's see, my lowest speed alert I will do is 49. Only because I don't want to reach 49 because I know that's pushing it a little far. So let's go. I can't find the speed, man. This place is too short. It's too short. 45 miles an hour is gonna have to be it for today. The thing is, if I want to reach the top speed, I have to do it before, way before that booth down there. Because if I cut out, I'm going to slide. And if I slide, there's a chance I'll slide into that booth. All right, so let's talk about this while the board cools down. Maybe 2 more degrees and I'll be good. It's a short area. Apparently it's short because this is not a torque wheel. It has torque, it has good torque, but it's not the best torque. So here's the thing, right? What you don't want to do is while you're pushing your wheel at a high rate of speed, let's say 45 miles an hour, especially if it's not a torque wheel, you don't want to torque it at 45 miles an hour going forward. You can, you absolutely can. But what that's gonna do is it's going to stress out the wheel, the board, and if something happens, you don't want there to be a false negative or false positive. You don't want there to be a false positive where the pedal dips and you think it's because you've reached the top speed when in fact you might have blown something and then you go sliding, you know what I mean? So what you want to do at high speeds like this, where it's really close to the threshold, is gradually get to there. But this thing is short. This is about, I don't know how short it is, but it's very short. It's very short, you know what I mean? So, and I have to keep in mind, see, the thing is, it's busy today. It's like 91 degrees. There's nowhere I can go right now and test this safely. This is the safest place I can be right now. I have to think of that booth, and that booth is pretty scary. I don't want to crash into that booth. I tried, man. It's just too short. See, by the time I hit this pole, I better be at 45. By the time I hit the parking zone, the no parking zone tow area, dude, I gotta be slowing down at that point because that booth is annoying me. That booth is crazy, so it's not gonna happen today, unfortunately. But I'll tell you what though, it didn't feel like once quitting. It didn't feel like quitting, at least at all, and that was very encouraging because I pushed this thing really hard. Like I said, I pushed it to 47 before, but that was like on a street, like a long street. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to do this like at night somewhere because there's no place I can do this safely around here. Maybe if I'm just riding around town and I hit it, because that's how I hit it last time. It wasn't even a test. I was just riding, and this thing happened to satisfy my desires, you know? So yeah, let's go for a ride into town, see what we can get. I'm headed to Cambridge. So, you guys didn't think I was gonna leave you hanging, did you? I found this place. It's not so bad. This is a bit of a stretch. Beautiful going up, beautiful going down. But here's the thing. There's wind. So I'm gonna have to work with that. But I know the high-speed MSP is capable of doing great speeds. The only issue we have is torquing it at a high rate of speed. So if you're going at 45 miles an hour and you really want to, you know, inch at the top speed, which is like probably 48 or something like that, you're gonna have an issue because it's gonna give up on you. And I've felt that before, so let's do it. Let's see what we got. Windy. Alright guys, well, now you know there's a good enough buffer for your high-speed MSP, in case you're wondering. I weigh 197 with my gear, around 210, around that area. I don't wear much gear, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, good enough buffer, 46 miles an hour, and there's absolutely no tilt forward. But take this into consideration. You don't want to torque the wheel at a high speed. You don't want to do that. It will cut out. I felt it. I was at 45 and I tried to torque it to get to 747 and it almost gave up on me. So there you go. That's the difference between a torque wheel and a high-speed wheel.